All right, everybody, welcome to the Inspired Thunder Series, live from Charlotte for the Charlotte-Roval. Right now, Ben Knert, Colt Ward, Ethan Sikorsky, Hayden Williams, Ben Miller. Welcome to the Inspired Thunder Series, live from Charlotte. I'll mute myself. Ben Miller, your top 5, Stanton Hauser, Travis Farmer, Kate Cannon, Ty Wilson, your top 10 so far. And tonight, this is going to be, again, like many road courses, it's going to be survival more than anything. Right now, Wonkos Jr. into the back of Ethan Sikorsky, and here's going to be the wild card. This hairpin corner, that's going to be the troublesome spot for tonight. Right now, well, we got a moment in the action. See if we can't get a word with a couple of drivers. Kate Cannon, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's obviously a very cool racetrack tonight. A nice 72 degrees. Take us through. Where's the confidence level at right now for the number 9? Do you feel like the car can improve from 10th?
Hope so, because the confidence is definitely at 0, if you want my honest answer.
Come on, it's your home track.
It's my home track, but I've never been good with these next gens, and for some reason, I don't know what it is about this track right now. I don't know if it's just cold or what, but no, it's like I literally, no one can get on the gas without it getting sideways. You can't really, your braking zones where you think they are, you're definitely backing them up and everything. Hopefully, with it maybe warming up a little bit, if it does, and the tires getting warmer, it would help that out. But tonight is going to be a very, honestly, intriguing night to see how well this is going to go.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, after a hell of a run at Kansas, does tonight kind of, can you take anything from Kansas? The win, obviously, the win last night in another league. Really, how will you rate this week as you're going to a backup now? But how would you rate this weekend? And really, does this race play a role in the confidence level going into Charlotte for the second round of the playoffs on Monday?
Depending on, because that's the oval and not the roval, I'll still say yes, personally. Due to, when it comes to the oval, I've always actually kind of been pretty decent on it, and the good thing, what reason I love the oval actually a good bit is that it's multi-lane. You can run the bottom, you can run the top, hell, you can run the middle. And I'm hoping that if I can pull something off and get another one and go ahead and lock myself in, that would be. Oh wait, no, it is the roval, isn't it? Or am I thinking differently? Oh, I'm thinking differently. It is Charlotte, the regular Charlotte. I'm thinking about this track. I do think it could definitely play into my favor, hopefully. I just think if we can be smart, stay out of any of the trouble, hopefully maybe do what I kind of got lucky with Kansas to kind of get the lead, then can kind of just stay at least first, second, or third, I think we'll be fine. It's going to be an entertaining race, I do feel like, though, because with it being Charlotte, that always produces, I feel like, great racing, because you run the top bomb, wherever you go, you always can run pretty decently. So I do think it should be a really fun race, and hopefully, if I can put this baby in the victory lane and also into my first person in the championship 4.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, thank you.
Right now, it's Cade Cannon. Gets ready for a long 45 laps. Right now, the one man, really the one team at the top of the board, Simtech Racing's Ben Knert and Ben Milton, both been in action tonight. Unfortunately, James McConnell and Dustin Waltney are not here tonight. Look forward to seeing them next week. See if we can't dial up. Right now, the fastest man at the Roval. Ben Kennard, Gary James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hello, yep.
All right, I'm going to word this interview very carefully so we don't go about jinxing tonight.
Yep, you got it.
Where's the confidence level right now in the 46?
The pace, the confidence on the pace is pretty good. Consistency, we will see.
Well,
but yeah, I'm gonna say it as careful as I can. I know I say this a lot, but we're gonna try to keep it as consistent as possible. We're not gonna overpush it.
well, buddy.
And, yeah.
I was walking through the garage area earlier. Right now we have an overcast. She is foggy as all get out. Can't even see the back straightaway barely. With that, track temp 70 degrees is a cold track. What is some of the most difficult aspects running on a road course with a track this cold? Or really, that's just it, this cold. Tires probably are not able to get up to temp as good. What makes track conditions like this so challenging?
I think really it's going to be really difficult on, coming out of the pits and on the start. Bumps especially are very unforgiving in the cold, and Charlotte has a lot of those. So people are going to have to be pretty conservative when their car starts to get unsettled by the bumps. And yeah, just going to have to keep an eye on those tires when they're fresh.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. I'll let you get ready for qualifying. Hopefully, and maybe, we'll talk to one of the Simtech Racing guys in Victory Lane tonight.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Just
maybe.
Hypothetically, of course, in game. That's how we'll word this one.
Exactly.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight.
Perfect. Yep. Have a good night.
You too, boss. Qualifying up next. Colton Ward. On track, he'll be the first one to lay down a lap time. So long as nothing don't happen, that is. Travis Farmer. Shauna Mosley will be up next, followed by the 44 of Matt Sider. Mike Hauser. The last time we were at a road, one of the more recent times, I should say, we were at a road course. The 43 of Mike Hauser able to hold off a hard charging Ben Kennard. We'll get a word with Hauser here as soon as he is done with his qualifying laps. And see where the confidence is at for the 43. Right now, Ward through the chicane on the front straightaway. All right, he's going to loop it. And he's going to start it. So Colton Ward's first lap is going to be a dud. Mike Hauser already resetting it. Ben Milton, the first one on the clock. Scratch that. Shauna Mosley, first one on the clock. Going to be a lot of drivers that are going to struggle tonight. Right now, Mosley down the back straightaway, going to enter the high-speed chicane. Got to woe it down to first or second gear, able to navigate it beautifully, maybe. Saved it. Yeah, that wall comes out pretty quick. Oh, and there goes Mosley. that chicane. That's going to be a difficult chicane to try to go through tonight. Kane Cannon through the grass. That lap not going to count. Ethan Sikorsky puts up the time, 125, 184. Be a minute of 126.9. Ty Wilson slides into second. You're looking at Wilson, and he's going to lock it up and kill the wall on his second lap. Well, that will be done for Ty Wilson. Ben Knert to come to an end on his first qualifying run, purple all the way through. $1:22.397 the first lap. And that time kissed the wall. Might hurt the qualifying run. It might let it count. We'll have to wait and see. It will not. 2X Milden, or Knert rather, going to end it on his second lap. Hayden Williams. Right now just working for a second lap. 5.5 minutes remaining. I think Mike Hauser, another one. Didn't know Hauser just called it done, so you can't get a word with him. Mike Hauser, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, one of the last times we were on a road course, the 43 was able to hold off the man who right now is leading the qualifying session, Ben Knert. Do you feel the same about tonight than what you did, like you did at Mid-Ohio?
No. No, to put it briefly, Ben is on something tonight. I mean, he's super fast at these road courses, and I think the next gen is just really good for guys like him, you know, just very careful with those inputs. I am struggling tonight. I just got disconnected and a packet loss, so I don't even know if I'll have time to put a lap down, but I think tonight I gotta try to keep the car underneath me because I'm struggling so bad. These bumps are just insane. Coming down onto the front stretch every time I go into the chicane, just wants to hit the bump and go around on me. So I think Ben is going to be the guy to look out for tonight for sure. Both Bens, actually.
Well, for my ad right now, 4 minutes remaining. I'll let you get back down there to your teammate tonight and hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing.
I hope so too. Thanks, Garrett.
Yeah. Right now, while we have a moment of action, Aaron Stanton yet to post a lap. We'll see what he thinks about all this. Aaron Stanton, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. What do you think about tonight?
It's gonna be hell. I don't know. None of us have anything for Ben Knert. I kind of hope he just comes out here, leads every lap, and wins the race. I'm feeling okay. I feel like I can maybe pull out a top 5, but I don't know. It's so slick out here for some reason.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, with that slick condition, what is going to be the most challenging aspect trying to navigate these corners?
Under braking. This thing does not want to brake right for some reason at all. I think everybody besides Ben figured it out, right? But
Which one?
both. But it just feels weird. Like it takes forever for the tires to heat up. It just doesn't want to slow down. It doesn't want to turn. There's something. I don't know if there's something weird with the settings, the weather settings, but it's.
Right now it is 73 degrees on the track temp, 67 outside. I wonder why it felt a little cold for North Carolina. But
Yeah, like I was telling Elijah, I almost feel like it's almost too cold, and so the tires aren't heating up right. Because obviously the next gen tires are way different than a normal stock car tire.
well, buddy,
I almost.
go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say I'll let you get ready to get going here. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy, bud. Well, we got a moment here. Get the other half of Simtech Racing here tonight. Ben Milton, happy belated Valentine's Day.
And you, sir.
Right now, second quickest on the board, right behind your teammate, Ben Knert. Though Knert just a little bit quicker than the 28. What do you feel like the car is lacking to be able to be equal to the 46?
Well, no, I think I need to watch him and see which corner he's missing, because he's like a second quicker than me. But yeah, he's crazy fast. I think it's more lines for the first sector. I seem pretty slow. So yeah, he's doing really well. As long as one of us can pull it off, we'll be happy.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you as Mike Hauser goes into the barriers in the bus stop. I've asked this question to two different drivers, your teammate one of them, in which he said it's more the bumps and being cold and really the track being cold anyway. The other one said braking feels very weird tonight when it's cold in these cars. So I'm going to ask you the same question, see if you give us a tiebreaker and or a completely different answer. What is it about this track temp tonight that is making it difficult for some of these drivers to be able to get a grip on with it being so slick tonight?
I think it's the car. It just hates bumps. It hates accelerating out of tight corners, things like that. Like the bumps. The bumps are they just you're set up for a corner. You'd be in the corner, hit a bump, and it would just set you offline. So it's literally it's a lottery every time you brake or turn in, whether you're going to make the corner or survive. So yeah, it'll be interesting for you and the people watching, that's for sure.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, as qualifying just now ends, so I know I'll keep you about a minute past the hour, so I'll make this quick. As for tonight, what is the goal in trying to tackle this track tonight? It's going to be 45 laps. Is tonight going to be more a patient game than anything else?
Yeah, like I say, it's survival. And then, if just follow Ben home if I can. If I can keep him in sight, I'll try, but I don't think I'm going to. He's a second quicker than me, so that's a lot around a track like this. So, let's just hope there's some action and we can all have a bit of a battle and hopefully all survive to the end. That's the main thing.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we'll talk to you in victory lane or at least in the podium spot.
Be really nice, mate. Be the best Valentine's ever.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I know it would. Appreciate your time.
Might get me out of trouble too. Cheers,
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
The starting lineup goes as follows for tonight. As Ben Milton gets set to go outside of his teammate. There's a Simtech Racing 1-2, Ben Knert, Ben Milton. Both Bens, same team. Will be bringing us to the green flag. Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, third and fourth. Ethan Sikorsky, Hayden Williams, Ty Wilson, Elijah Fisher, Matt Sider, Colt Ward, Aaron Stant, Juan Cobbs Jr. rounds out the fast 12. 10th on down, however, is determined by iRacing standards. Ty Mosley, Cade Kennan, and Jeffrey Peppers rounds out 15 cars tonight for what is going to be either a really long or a short road course, just depending on where you stand on road courses. Well, we got a moment of action here. Extra pace lap. Give us a chance to talk to a couple of drivers. Elijah Fisher, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be damned, son. Looks like it's about ready to rain down here in North Carolina. Overcast, foggy tonight. Track's very cold. How challenging will this race be for not just yourself, but probably everybody in total?
Well, it's a unique road course. I mean, it tears up these tires pretty good. So I think with the way the wear is and the weather playing out, this is going to be a true test to see who's a good road courser. And well, my name isn't Ben, so I think we've got our answer.
Well, right now we got two Bens out front. For you tonight, what is going to be the most challenging aspect as a whole?
Honestly, just I don't know. I don't really think I've got a lot of speed. I'm not going to count myself out. You know, we're going to keep on trying and everything. But I think the goal really is first we got to just finish this race. It's going to be really easy to make a mistake. This track's really unique. There's lots of turtles, and you know, I'm going to use an old term. You know, sometimes it's better to be the tortoise rather than the rabbit and actually finish this thing than end up hitting one of the turtles and wreck herself. So trying to finish.
Well, buddy, I'm going to ask you this one last question. It just came to mind. It's going to sound a little wonky until you consider the infield part of this. What can you take anything? Because I've never ran on neither style. And this is actually a question for one of the Bens, but I'll give it to you being you have success on the road courses. Is tonight, can these drivers through the infield section of this treat this sort of what they would like a street course, so to speak? As narrow as it is, almost one lane. Can some street course etiquette come into tonight at this in that particular section of the racetrack?
Honestly, I think so because, you know, this track's already got a lot of walls around it. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, something like a Fiji or Sonoma where, you know, there's hardly any walls around here. But there's a lot of walls around this track, and kind of once they start to go away, you've got a lot of barriers, you've got a lot of different curbs and everything. So I think you're onto something with that. I know when we were in our when we did the truck series race here, it felt kind of street racy in the sense because you have to put your vehicle next to the wall, and that's where you're going to get a lot of time. I think they've showed that in, you know, the Cup Series in NASCAR when SVG was dominating Chicago, is he just got really close to the wall, and you know, there's just a couple curbs that we got to be on or really close to, and I think that's where a lot of time or no time is gained. And yeah, we'll just have to see if we can get those extra inches compared to everybody else.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully when it's all said and done, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yep. All right, now, field getting set here. A couple onboard cameras for tonight. Well, I say a couple, and everybody has an onboard camera, but we'll show you a couple of the highlights. Ben Canert with the Terra Group. Onboard camera for tonight, rolling off from the pole. Mike Hauser, Motorella onboard, rolling off for tonight, right behind Ben Canert. Ben Milden. Speaking of Ben Milden, Simtech Racing onboard with the 28, rolling off second. Go further back to the field, Colt Ward with the oh-so popular Sporky camera. But no, we just don't have the hood cams. We got just about every camera you can imagine. Juan Cobbs Jr. rolling off this little the Valentine's Day edition of the 03. Aaron Stanton rolling off deep in the field tonight, trying to regain the points lead. Well, after last week, the gap now 31 points between Stanton and Colton Ward. That's Ben Canert, Ben Milden, Simtech Racing, Brazelstown. For the start, we're rolling, and they are gone. Ben Minnan already out to a 7/10 of a second lead. Ben Knert, rather. I don't know why I'm getting them two confused tonight. About 3.2 seconds over Sikorsky, Williams, Hauser, and others. Juan Carlos Jr., Elijah Fisher already around. Fisher able to get it back rolling. Let's see what happens. Heartburn turn. Oh! Question is he not the toe link out of this? Juan Carlos Jr. also around. Oh, he actually goes head first into Heartburn turn. Locks it up. Bam! The Delingo car crunched up already. Right now, Ben Knert still holding on to the early lead. Milton 8/10 of a second back. Ethan Sikorsky, Hayden Williams, Mike Hauser, your top five. Ty Wilson, Colton Ward, Aaron Stanton, Shona Mosley, and Jeffrey Peppers, your top 10. Everybody made through Heartburn turn. So far, pretty good the second go round. Hayden Williams trying to run down the loner car of Ethan Sikorsky, Hayden Williams, Mike Hauser. Holds on to the top 5 spot. Ty Wilson trying to gain ground back there. Also got Colt Ward right behind him, Aaron Stanton. Colt Ward has gone around and has gone head first into the concrete barriers. No damage to that machine, so gonna try to get it rolling best he can. See what happened to Colt Ward. Just gassed it up, got on the rumble strips, didn't lock it up enough. Just does kiss the wall. No, I don't think it's enough to hurt the composite bodies on these cars. If this was the old Gen 6 car or anything similar, believe it'd be a different story. Right now, Mike Hauser around Hayden Williams for the 4th spot. Oh, Wilson into the inside wall. Jeffrey Peppers with him. And 2 of the Hendrick Motorsports team cars around. I think Peppers is going to try to tow it. Nope, going to get rolling. Well, let's see first what happened to who. Look at Ty Wilson. Letting Aaron Stanton around. Just, I'm assuming gets on the brakes a little too much. Really hurts the right front of that car. Left front, rather. It's just where the track, the banking shifts. That upsets the car enough to allow Wilson to lose it. Jeffrey Peppers, I almost wonder if it's the same exact thing. We'll have to look back and see. I understand this replay's taking a little bit longer, but it's good to document. Right behind Kate Cannon. The same thing, but even lower. And this is why I'm not a road course guy. But right now, Ben Knert already out to a 2-second lead over Milden, Sikorsky, Williams. Now Aaron Stanton, the top 5. Stanton did say he thought he had a top 5 car tonight. Definitely weren't going to be the race-winning car unless something happened. right now, Hayden Williams and Aaron Stanton almost about to come to blows here. This will be for the 4th spot if Stanton can get off the bus stop pretty good, which he does not. Has set it up for heartburn turn. The same thing can be said for Sikorsky. Right on board Aaron here for a moment. Just listen to the watch the dashboard here. Well, that long bar you're seeing going across your screen is actually the throttle. I always thought it was the RPM, but this is actually the throttle that you're watching. It might be the RPM. Let's finish out this lap with Aaron. Very smooth on the gas, very patient with it. Loses a lot of time to the bus stop on the back straightaway. Really having a fight with it. Right now, Ben Knert just taking a Saturday night stroll through Charlotte at the Roval, about to put Juan Carlos Jr. a lap down. Bet you a lot of drivers would love for you to ride on board with him and get his telemetry and RPM. Might do that here in a little while. Right now, actually, you can see the telemetry, just how much he is driving. And really, what you're looking at on the graph is pretty much how much he's turning the wheel, up and down, up and down. You see a lot of counter steering through the bus stop. Juan Carlos Jr., that car still extremely damaged. Juan's going to let him by. Junior will go one lap down. Well, right now, weather for tonight, 15 mile an hour winds, 68 degrees outside. There you see at the bottom, track temperature 71 with an overcast. It is extremely foggy up here in Concord, North Carolina. Right now, Ben Knert dominating so far. Ben Milton 5 seconds back as Juan Carlos Jr. goes wide. Ethan Sikorsky now. Aaron Stanton has finally got around Hayden Williams as they enter the hairpin. Sikorsky, Stanton, Hayden Williams, your top 5. Ty Mosley right now running in 6th. Travis Farmer down 4 spots where he started, but running in the 7th spot. Dye Wilson went through a big slide. Matter of fact, Colton Ward just getting around him. Almost a collision between Ward, Wilson, and Mike Hauser. Well, Colton Ward went around earlier in the race as well. Ty Wilson went for a big slide through the front straightaway grass into the inside retaining wall or outside, depending on how you're looking at it from the cockpit. Right now, that car is still hurt. You see damage to the left front. Mike Hauser down 6 spots where he started tonight. Further back, Elijah Fisher trying to make up some ground in his own right. Matter of fact, I've missed one driver. Well, that driver now having to serve a black flag. Gets back rolling. Jeffrey Peppers right now running in 11th. Now we can go to Elijah Fisher running in the 12th spot. Fisher handling what looks like an ill race car steel. Well, he hit solid concrete near bout when he smacked the wall out of Heartburn turn. It was not a good impact, especially to that right rear. In what I guess at one point, I don't know how the updates have fixed it, but in real life, the weak area back there is that toe link. It's easy to bend. It's definitely easy to break. Right now, Elijah Fisher, thing right now is trying to survive. Matt Sider down in 13th tonight. Juan Cos Jr. 14th. Getting passed by Colton Ward. And Kay Cannon. Mechanical issues for the 9. We'll call it a night. I believe the report was brake failure. Already on the 9, and that is one thing we're just going to look for. Well, we got a break in the action. Ben Kennert leads right now. 9 laps in the books, 35 to go next time by. We're going to take a quick step away from the action. You're watching the Inspired Thunder Series live from the Charlotte-Roval. We will be right back. Back live from the Charlotte-Roval, Ben Knert continues to lead as the Simtech Racing 1-2. Aaron Stanton has climbed up to the 3rd spot. Hayden Williams 4th, Ethan Sikorsky 5th. Right now, this race is firmly in the grasp of Simtech Racing. I see Hayden Williams is going to spin it. Hayden Williams around. And you can't see it because the camera angle sucks. There she is. Gets it back rolling, but he's going to lose 2 spots off of the exchange. Go back and see what happened. I think we know what happened. Just got Sikorsky right behind him, trying to defend the position. This corner here, the very big hairpin corner, going to brake for it. I mean, I don't even think it barely got loose before he had already lost it. But that just shows how tricky these cars are. Gets it rolling. Frustrated, obviously, as he slams the throttle back down. Right now, again, still Simtech Racing leading. Ben Milton. The gap has definitely shrunk down to 3.3. It was about 5 seconds at one point. So I think Milton is coming. It was 1.3 seconds faster that lap, or 2 laps to go. Just under a second quicker. I think either Ben Knert, that is trying to save tire, or Ben Milton has found something. We're going to see what it is right here. 1.7. Milton's coming. You remember Coda. Ben Milton had the race in what a lot of us thought in his grasps until Hayden Williams obviously got to him. And Milton would ultimately, for the first 15 minutes after the race, would lose that race off of a mistake made 5 laps to go at the race in Coda. The question is, will Milton either A, get to Knert and put the pressure on the 46, or will the pressure be on the 28 again to try and seal the deal? We're going to have to wait and see right now. 28 has dropped a little bit of time back to 3.2 seconds over Ben Knert. Right now, as Ben Milton has got it back under 2.9 lap traffic in front of Knert. This will obviously play to Milton's favor. Sider will get out of the wheel, go 2 laps down. Travis Farmer's called it a night. Right now, the gap 1.3 and coming. Milton. I think now Milton knows that he can apply the pressure. I honestly believe the whole middle part. See, Canert almost makes a stumble. Right now the gap, this is the closest it's been since the start. Just under a second. Got Ty Wilson in front of him, next one to go. A lap down. Milton in all sorts, or Canarda in all sorts of trouble. Well, he's trying to get around Wilson. Wilson's going to go outside. Going to put a gap between Canert and Milton for the moment. Right now the gap. Oh, now that Canert's got clear. Well, never mind. Speak too soon. Right now, Milton right back in it. Right now, of course, not really many other battles happening right now. Re-rack the order: Ben Canert, Ben Milton, Aaron Stanton, Ethan Secor, Hayden Williams. The top 5: Ward, Hauser, Mosley, Wilson, and Fisher. Your top 10. right now, this Milton still within a second. There right now, he's waiting for Knert to make a mistake. Like that right there. Oh, there goes Knert! Ah. Not again. Ben Knert goes around late in the going. 26 to go. That is a gut punch. Right on board with him. Almost looked like he thought he had the car settled. Obviously got over the bump. Thought he had the car settled. Gassed it back up, and obviously, I don't think he did have it settled. Well, now the roles are reversed. Can Ben Knert close a 7.7 second gap to Ben Milton? Can he? Yes. Is there enough time, and how bad are the tires hurt? Will have to be seen with a pit stop, to be sure, coming at some point. Milton's got to be careful he don't make the same mistake, able to get around there easily. Well, big turn of events. Right now, Ben Miller continues to lead. We're going to take another step away from the action. Still going to be live, of course, but we're going to take a quick step away. You're watching the Inspired Thunder Series live from the Charlotte-Roval. We'll be right back. Back live in Charlotte, Elijah Fisher has missed the pit entry, has obviously had contact with the wall somewhere else. First off, let's see what happened to the driver to 16. Been a rough night. This is the exit of the entry in the hairpin. Loops it on around, very similar to Ben Knert, gets it back going. Then again, he honestly was for a slide earlier right before that. Here's the corner on the bottom. Car gets loose. Don't know if he was trying to come into the pits, regardless of the fact. He's pretty fortunate he did not hit the barrels. 20 to go right now. So he can't get a word with a couple drivers. Back in the garage area, Katie Cannon. What's the situation with the 9? Is it done for the night?
Oh, it's done. It done. We hit the wall, and the damage was like we could have fixed it, but we've been just sitting there too long, and I felt like there was no point, and so we parked it for the rest of the night.
Well, buddy, after an incredible run over the last week, 2 wins this past week, what was the issue tonight? It really, as the little bit of the time you were in the race, what was handling still becoming more of a factor, or was it starting to come around as the race went on?
Honestly, the handling for me, no. It was like you get on the brake, it would easily like try to get loose and spin out. So you had to be careful getting on the brakes. It was also like if you got on the gas just enough, it's either sideways or gonna want to stick it out and everything. I don't know if it was just the track temperature or if it was these cars, but it could be just these cars, because you hit a bump, it's gonna unsettle no matter what you do. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I was having no fun with it, and once we hit the wall and it gave us the good bit of damage, I was like, I don't feel like sitting here, because once we get back out there, cold tires are definitely the worst thing about these cars at this track, is that it felt like I had no grip no matter what you did. So you definitely, where you thought your braking zone was at, oh, you were backing it up, definitely. You just have to be really careful with where you get the gas on, because if you overstep it just by an inch, you're gonna spin out no matter what you do. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We'll just leave this weekend, go in the next week, and hopefully have a way better run, which I do think we will. It's not a road course. It's not gonna be I feel like that difficult, but it's still gonna be a little bit difficult. But I think next week will be a better week for us personally.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week in Charlotte for the Oval.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. 18 to go. Ben Milden still holds that 7.7 second lead over Ben Knert. Right now, as it stands, fastest lap so far still goes to Ben Knert with a 1:22.717. Right now, you can see your favorite driver's best lap time of the race so far. I think it's pretty obvious. Ben Knert in a realm of his own, but the same can be said for Ben Milden, who right now leads. 17 to go. Big second win for Ben Milton of the Thunder Series. Well, 16 to go. The gap now, 12.9 seconds. Elijah Fisher in the pits this time. Jeffrey Peppers done for the night. Meatball damage, heavy damage to that machine. Let's look back and see what happened. This was on lap 24 during commercial break. He already had the meatball prior to that. The car already heavily damaged after earlier. Oh! Jesus. Excuse me. That was a wicked shot. It's a wonder the darn thing even runs at all. Well, Flaggins back in between the two loners for a second. He's Sikorsky running in fourth. But Aaron Stanton still say he felt like he had a top 5 car right now. Looks like he's got a top 3 car. Well, right now, Stant running third. So of course, trying to run down Colt Ward even further back. Right now, like it was Ben Knert's, this is Milton's race to lose. now gap 10 seconds. Came down a second. But I don't think Knurt either does not have the car anymore to try to make it to the end, and or there's just not enough time, or he's upsetting them tires enough to where now the car just isn't going to show the speed it had earlier. Well, to be honest with you, I think that honestly he had used up the tires way before that, because Knurt or Ben Milton was catching him, and it was evident that he was catching him. Only Ben Knurt will know if we get a chance to interview him. We'll ask him afterwards to give us some insight on what happened. Well, the gap now 9.8 and dropping. Well, 11 to go. Knert's trying to charge 9.9 seconds, actually, the gap. Right now the gap 8.9. Knert's trying to form a run. Try to mount one last charge. I just don't think he's going to have it. Lyda Fisher back out 7 laps down. 9 to go for Ben Milton. Right now, Suns just has came out. Well, 7 to go, Ben Milton. Of course, earlier in the run, Ben Kennard led the opening part of the race until lap 20. For a mistake on Kennard's part, there it is. That is how we've got here now. Kennard 11.4 seconds back. Stanton 37.3 back. Sikorsky. Colton Ward over a full minute back. Well, right now, tonight will be known as the night that Simtech Racing came in and stole the show. Right now, for Ben Milton, he will literally have stole the show from Ben Kennard. Anything can happen. We're not going to sit here and act like 10 to go, soon to be 5. Like, we're not going to act like this is going to be this is already locked up and over. All Milton has to do is make one mistake, and that 11-second gap is evaporated. You see Aaron Stanton going down the infield section of it. Right now it's 11.4. We're going to go through our first and no, we're going to go through the second Inspired Marketing through the field. Ben Milton, your leader. Ben Kennert, both Syntec Racing drivers have absolutely dominated the night. Has led every lap between the two. Milton 21, Kennert 19. Back behind him, it is a loner, third, fourth, and fifth. Aaron Stanton going around Ty Wilson. Wilson right now 2 laps down in the 8th spot. Ethan Sikorsky runs fourth. Colt Ward, the points leader, battling Mike Hauser. We're going to focus on this battle for a little while. Ward and Hauser battling for the top 5 spot with 4 to go. Hauser able to get there. Going to enter the hairpin corner. Hauser going to let up a lot, actually. Going to try to get underneath Colton Ward. Not able to get there. Ward with a great drive off. Right now, still a battle at hand for 5th. Ben Milton right now running away with it. But Ward ain't doing a hell of a job holding off Mike Hauser. Sorry for the language. Well, gap now it's falling off just over a second. On further back while this battle settles down for the moment. Hayden Williams right now 1 lap down. Ty Wilson 8th right now, 2 laps down. Elijah Fisher, the last driver on the track, running in ninth, 7 laps down after having to make extensive repairs to that 16 machine. Jeffrey Peppers, Ty Mosley, Matt Sider, Travis Farmer, Juan Cobbs Jr., Cade Kennan. All out of the race for tonight. And there goes Fisher around. Ashley did not mean to catch that on the camera, but there you see how treacherous that chicane has been. Whoops. 2 to go for Ben Milton. White flag. 1 lap to go on what will become one of the most single-handedly team dominations in history. Semtech Racing started 1-2. They are going to finish unless something happens to either one. They will finish 1-2 for Ben Milton in the Semtech Racing 28 machine. He trailed his teammate for the majority of the night up until the mistake on lap 20, which enabled Milton to be able to capitalize on the win in the very corner that actually allowed him to take the win. Now he just has to get back around the other end of this racetrack to claim yet another victory on a road course. He won at COTA. However, for those that's been around long enough, you know the history of COTA and what happened that night. Tonight, there will be no controversy. There is going to be no questions asked. Ben Milton comes across the start-finish line. He'll win the Charlotte-Roval event tonight. Ben Kennard will come home second and will indeed complete the Semtech Racing 1-2. Standing Sikorsky, it is going to be a big battle for the podium spot, for an interview spot. Sikorsky on the outside, a little bit of blinking. They're going to enter the final chicane. Sikorsky locks it up a little bit on the inside. Stan don't care. Aaron Stan will steal third away. Oh, Lord. Mike Hauser working through the back straightaway chicane. Hauser will take home the top 5. Well, Ben Milton, what can be said? You're going to give both Bens really a chance to burn it down. They will conquer Charlotte and the Roval tonight. Well, let's see if we can't talk to the Simtech guys. Hell, I'll jump right down there with them. Ben Milne and Ben
think I could do
Knert,
that.
Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. Both of you got a copy.
Both
Both have a copy.
Well, we're going to do this little. I don't do this often, but whenever we see I can't say what I want to say, but when we see a dominating night from both teams, I think the team deserves an interview by themselves. Take me through the night from both of you of really how were you able, whichever one of you wants to answer first, how were both of you able just to really see this track, know the conditions coming in, how tricky it was going to be, and then put on a clinic tonight? Whichever one of you want to start first, take it away.
Go for it, Ben, if you want.
You won the race. You should start.
Well, yeah, Ben was clearly faster. He got a big lead. Unfortunately, he contacted the wall and got wheel damage, and that really compromised his race. That's how I was able to catch him, and then obviously I think he did it again, and it was just a case of matching his pace then until the end and bringing it home. But yeah, I'm over the moon because obviously Kota was controversial and it didn't really, in my mind, count, but this one finally counts, and I'm just so over the moon to finally win one.
I was going to ask, and I brought that up on the last lap.
Thought you might.
There's no questions asked tonight from neither of you. With Kota, with this, where does this give the confidence from both drivers going forward? Charlotte coming up for Ben Knert again on Monday. As for Ben Milton's standpoint, where does this give you? Does this more or less boost the morale for both of you, or does this just boost the morale on the road courses? And really, will we? I firmly believe from all four of you, McConnell and Waltney included, this is not going to be the last time we see Simtech racing the victory lane. Dare I say, knock on wood, it will not be too much longer before one of you gets your first win on an actual oval. Does a win like this boost the confidence for the whole team, or does this just add to the confidence on the next road courses we have coming up for the Thunder Series?
I think getting a win like this on a road course, 1-2, best result for the team we could ask for is going to be pretty morale boosting in general, but we're still working on our oval pace and our oval management. So it's a big morale boost. It's also a push to work on the ovals more, figure out what these guys have that we don't on the ovals, and yeah.
Well, Ben Knert, I got to ask you this question, and I hate asking you this question every time. Is this
Mhm.
yet another one that got away?
Um, I I don't know. Ben obviously had incredible pace. We were running pretty close. We were like maybe half a second apart usually. Um, I think I don't think I could have done very much more there. The wheel damage was just an unfortunate situation. I don't think I would have been able to avoid it. It would have happened at some point, just with my luck. But there was some pace left on the table, but I think Ben absolutely deserved that win. He ran the race perfectly. I made some mistakes, and next time we just need to not do that.
Ben Milton, as for you, and this question is going to get asked to the both of you. I reckon we'll do this one at a time here. For Ben Milton, is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, obviously SimTech Racing, the sponsors, they'll be NASCAR, Fans UK, Moser. Yeah, just everybody in the team, Ben, James, and Dustin. We've got a bright future ahead. Hopefully, this answers a few questions from the guys in the league, whether we deserve to be here or not. So hopefully that ends that conversation. Yeah, just thank you as well, Garrett, because without you, I don't think this would be as enjoyable. That's for sure. Elijah and everyone that's helped me since joining the league. So this is for them. So thank you very much.
With that being said, Ben Kunert, I would ask you the same question. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, Semtech and Ben especially for bringing me into this team and kind of recognizing my, you know, usefulness to the team, let's say. Our sponsors as well, Dubby, Moza, and NASCAR Fans UK. And then you, of course, as Ben also said, you make this league a lot more fun. The interviews are the cherry on top for this league,
Yeah.
I'd say. And then, of course, everyone else who is a part of this league and makes this league run. Elijah, Mike, Aaron, all the admin team, and everyone else who races, because we wouldn't have a league without them.
Well, boys, a hell of a job to the both of you tonight. And I think this will go down not just in inspired history, but I think just history in total. As the night Simtech Racing came into Concord and completely dominated the field. Gentlemen, hell of a job tonight. Appreciate your time. We look forward to seeing y'all next Saturday.
Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. That being said, we're not done. We still got one more interview to go. Now I'm about to mess up his little live stream going on here. Aaron Stanton, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, you said you felt like you had a top 5 car. Did you expect to come out of here with a top 3 finish?
Hey, I'm calling this a win.
Well, you had to
saying?
use. Well, hold on. You had to use questionable tactics in that final chicane with your teammate.
Listen, no, we were gonna die. We were about to die. We were about to die. Ethan was full sitting it.
So I guess it came
all I did was cut the little grass right there just so I didn't get killed by Ethan. I feel like that's fair. And I'm calling it a win because the bends are way too fast at road courses.
All right. We're gonna put it down. We're gonna put it that way, then. With the little pass to the grass, literally.
Aaron Stanton win, boys.
Take me through the night. The sun, at times, the sun would peek out from behind the clouds, light up the racetrack as the race went on? Did handling start to get better for the 27, or was it just a constant fight all night?
Man, I've been here before in these cars, but I don't remember it being this sketchy. Like, I feel like at the end of the race, I feel like it was a little bit better. I mean, Ethan ran his fastest lap, like, what, 3 laps to go or something like that.
Something.
So, it probably was feeling a little better, but my rear tires were so cooked by the last little, and that's how Ethan was running me down. I literally told him, I was like, I'm starting to struggle, and Ethan was just hauling the mail at me, and we got in a little scuffle at the end, but it was so sketchy, Garrett. I don't know.
Oh, I believe it. But believe me, I believe it. After what has been the trend for Aaron Stanton, I feel like the luck slowly starting to come around. As the season goes on, we'll be getting out of Road Course City for a while, at least it inspired. But where's the gap entered tonight? You're third to Colton sixth. 31 points separates you two. Do you feel like over the next couple of weeks, hypothetically speaking, of course, in game, that you can take the points lead back tonight or over the next couple of weeks?
I feel like they can give it a good go. I mean, my luck in this league has been terrible. Pretty much in every league has been terrible, but I feel like my speed is almost even with Colin. So if I can just get the luck to come by my way, you know, it might work out.
Well, it just might. Buddy, as we go forward, I'll say this. We're going to have fun right here in Charlotte on Monday. The last question I got for you. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Just thank you, Garrett, for broadcasting like you always do. It's always fun watching. Thank Elijah for putting this all together. Thank my teammates, especially Ethan, for the crazy battle at the end. I don't know if you were actually watching.
Oh, well, no, I called that at the end.
That's all I pretty much got.
All right, buddy. When it was all said and done, Aaron Stanton walks out of here with a third place run tonight from Charlotte. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, sir. Give me 1 second here, folks. We'll go through the running order. All right, now, the final results for tonight. You know what? We'll just go through them on the screen right here. Ben Milton, Ben Knert, Simtech Racing 1-2 tonight. And to be honest, that does not tell the entire story. They were the only two leaders tonight that led for the entire race. Ariston, Ethan Sikorsky, Mike Hauser messes up the Loners top 5. Coming home in 5th, Colton Ward 6th. Hayden Williams, Ty Wilson, Elijah Fisher, Jeffrey Peppers, Ty Mosley, Matt Siders, Travis Farmer, Juan Cobbs Jr., and Kay Cannon rounds out the 15-car field for tonight. Appreciate everybody watching tonight after getting through this road course. We will now turn our attention right back to Concord on Monday for round 2 of the Inspired Cup Series playoffs. Cade Cannon will look to go 2 in a row and be the first driver to lock himself inside the Final Four. And until then, appreciate everybody watching. I will see you then. Take it easy. Have a good night.